So I'm gonna just kick it off, just going through just the code itself. Um, Here you got my index, the different features and things that I did with this. And for context, like Sean, I feel you. This is like learning a whole new language. My first time ever coding, particularly to this degree. And so, it's a lot that I've been learning, a lot of learning curves. So, shout out to everybody that's been helping in various capacities to support me on this journey. So, so with this, I got the title, got the different links that I was able to have attached, the font awesome that, you'll see in the page, a couple of images that are linked for the icons, and also, I have some favicons that I'm quite proud of. That was something that was giving me a challenge, but I was glad to be able to pull that up and create one, from the tools that was available there. So on the page, you'll see a map, a map just, pulled up in the area, Starbucks, nothing particularly special, as well as a Saturday Night Live sketch. That's one of my go-to shows. And so, it's a sketch that I found to be funny. But, you guys can check it out whenever y'all want to. And then I had another icon that was just, I thought initially it was just a YouTube icon, but it ended up also being a YouTube link. So that too will take you to the page. And after kind of like toying with it and seeing it, I thought that was a pretty cool addition to the page nonetheless. And then, on the bottom of the page, I have an Instagram, LinkedIn, icons, and then you'll also see envelope that'll be there as well. So uh, also have a contact page, just a pretty basic page. I was able just to use one of the forms and, add that this particular form, the labels are outside the box. And so instead of it being inputted in the box, you'll see the like language or your name, your email, your message on the outside, and then the text box will be to the side of that. Uh, and with my about page, it's very basic. I didn't add anything to it. I just had literally the page itself. And so, to check out this page, here goes just the logo, a logo that I was able to create with ChatGPT. Just, gave it a few prompts and some things that I wanted to do. My last name is Walren, so wanted to, have a block W and, something to kind of be like professional and, just a minimalistic style that I thought was appealing. And it came up with this. And, with that, I also wanted to match that style with, a shade of blue, which is the dark blue that we have here. And, from there, I spent a lot of time trying to match colors. And so, like, it's not a perfect gray nor a perfect white. It's somewhere in between. And I want to use that to also coincide with the icons that we have here. And so when you go to the different pages, you'll also see, the icons and those images on those pages as well. Um, and so, going back to the home page, you have the map, which is active. Uh, we can go to YouTube, which is another, thing that works. And obviously, we got the video that we can have kickoff. I know something that came up was the expanding of this, and this does expand. And it actually expands pretty well, just from my perspective. I'm not sure how it shows up on y'all screen, but it looks good on my screen for sure. But yeah, so regarding the contact page, same thing with the colors, wanted to match the colors, make sure that those came through. As I was able to, put my name and email, all those different things through, I was able to go to the forms on Netlify, not Netlify, excuse me, and I could see that I have submissions. So submissions and stuff are coming through as well. So that was again another win. You know, it feels like it's working. And give me a second. And yeah, you know, I feel like, you know, the page is pretty straightforward. The different icons and links all work down here. And yeah, so just kind of walking through, you know, just my experience more than anything. Again, this is something that was new for me, something I haven't done before, but I do feel like I learned a lot. You know, I feel like as I was really having time and capacity to get into this project, I feel like there was a lot that I was learning, a lot that I was wanting to do, but also, you know, running into the deadline of us presenting tonight. And so there's naturally so many different things that I would like to add to this, and just learning, you know, the structure of an HTML page, you know, the uh, what is it, the semantics, you know, that go along with it. Like that was something that was really interesting. And you know, as y'all can see, you know, this is the favicon that I was mentioning, and that was something I was again really proud of. Just all the different details that, you know, going through the struggles, learning the new language, wrestling with the different things, but also leaning into the support of the folks that are in the space. You know, I think there's so many people, you know, on the team, even outside my team, that have been able to offer support in various ways. And I just want to, you know, lift up and shout all of them out, because all you guys out, because, you know, that's what it's about, right? You know, it definitely feels like while we're doing this work ourselves, it also feels like a community doing this work together. And you know, I definitely am grateful for that. I think there was a question around like what I would improve if I had more time. Um, Everything. All right, but I think that, you know, I would add, you know, I call it like more texture to the page, right? Like I would have different, you know, subtle but, you know, powerful details that are, you know, kind of accenting the back of the page, the blue. I would have like it less blocky and more rounded in some areas. Um, as the logo is boxed in like a box square, I would prefer it to be more like a soft square or rounded square icon, like the icons that I have at the bottom. You know, and so like little details like that, naturally filling it out with more details. I feel like it feels very naked, very, you know, just open as far as the space is concerned. And then in terms of the home page, I would like I would have liked these icons to be, you know, equally spread out as well as equally shaped, and so that it is more pleasing rather than it being like, you know, held onto one side or just in a row, which that itself was a process. Um, you know, I definitely had to wrestle with that quite a bit, where these sizes, you know, and the heights and the widths were different because I was pulling from different sources. And so how they were, you know, I guess the natural size that they were coming onto the page, I had to adjust them, and the adjustments weren't exactly the same. So one would be like, you know, 600 pixels, another would be something else, and then trying to find what looked like it matched. And so definitely was proud that it looks like it's a single line, but also would like it to be able to be formatted. I will say this, do not try to run this through your phone and see what it looks like in that way, because I can guarantee you that it does not look appealing. But you know, that's the next lesson to learn. But yeah, that's what I got from my presentation. Any questions?
I
No
threw in the chat that.
question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no question. I just wanted to really appreciate how you're just like talking through some of the lingo. Yeah, I don't know. Shows that you're just kind of like wrapping your mind around some of these core concepts, which I think is important.
Yeah, thank you.
I threw in the chat about border radius for your rounded squares to get them not so pointy. But you're like really like every time I talk to you, you're really eager to learn it. Like you don't have any hesitation asking questions, which is cool too. And you're just like, okay, here's where I'm stuck. Like, I'm like, okay, cool, I can help you with it. If you know where you're stuck, I can help you. So it's been cool, and like not getting like some people get upset, they like or don't or get too afraid to ask, but it's good that you're not afraid to ask because we're here to help. Everyone's here to help. That's how we all learn. You become a good coder by being able to help other people.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a process, to say the least, but I definitely appreciate it. And I know we kind of talked about this a little bit in our group earlier today. It's just like, leaning into it, right? Yeah, there is only like so much time and capacity, and there's, so many hours in the day, but yeah, there's a great opportunity here, and just the doors and the possibilities are endless. And so, yeah, something to lean into, and I'm trying to rock with it.